Hey, it's Junkman from VintageRock.com, and we are here at NAMM 2022. And I met this gentleman, and he's got a very interesting product. His name is Chad Hadersbeck, and he's got a killer product that it's one of those things where you say, God, I wish I would have thought of that, you know? And I'm going to let you talk all about it, Chad.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll tell you about it. It's called the Mic Trainer. I'm an amateur musician, so I found that even though I knew I wasn't supposed to be eating the microphone, that I constantly was. Thinking about it, it was because I was playing guitar, looking down, closing my eyes, feeling the vibe, just otherwise being at a show and, you know, not looking at the microphone all the time. So it would always end up right on my chin. You start to mumble, you get the proximity effect, rolling up the bass, rolling out the treble, and the lyrics became muddy and people can't understand what you're saying. So I always find myself saying, why don't they just make something that hooks onto a microphone that gives me a physical guide of the proper distance and angle to the microphone? And one of my favorite quotes is by Steve Jobs, and he said, everything in this world is made by somebody no smarter than you. And I just decided, as the pandemic was going on, I was unemployed, and I thought, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make the Mic Trainer, finally. It's been a dream of mine, and I'd always wanted to do it, so it's been a long time coming. This is my first NAMM. This is my first time showing anyone the product, and yeah, here it is.
Wow. Now, it's made out of, tell us a little bit about the materials you
Sure. The band is a flexible silicone, very durable. Think like an Apple Watch, so it flexes to fit most performance microphones.
Right.
The arm here is a hard plastic, but it still has some flex as well. So when you're using it, if you getting in a little bit closer, or it's not going to like poke you too bad.
You can't poke an eye out with that thing.
Exactly. Well, I'll have to put a disclaimer on it.
Right.
Don't poke your eye out, kids. So all this does here is there's a little knob, stretch it around, and it attaches here. Boom. You keep it on the bottom part of your microphone. It's also very discreet for any performers who don't want people to know they're using some sort of an aid. I thought I was making a training aid, that's something that I would have on my practice mic all the time and create muscle memory or something, but it's so natural and got so comfortable. I play all of my shows with a Mic Trainer on my mic now.
Now, also, not only musician-wise, too, but you know what? We've all been to that wedding where the guy holds the microphone like a drink or an ice cream cone. This thing is perfect. It's, like you said, it's the perfect mic
I'm glad you
length.
brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm actually a former wedding DJ. That's how I got through college. So I've handed a microphone to plenty of drunk people who do this. And then you get...
It's always down here and you can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, you put up the gain, and then somebody shouts out, we can't hear you, and they go, is this better? And then everybody thinks it's the sound guy's fault, right?
Yep.
Well, you can hand this to them. It's also adjustable, so... so in a wedding situation, you can adjust it all the way up to the top and just say, put it right at the bottom of your chin, right? It doesn't need to be like a performance mic for them. They're not singing, but just keep it in the same consistent area. It also goes all the way down for somebody like me who sings in an indie band. I need to stay above the drums and the bass and all the noise, so I can pretty much eat the microphone still without my lips actually touching the grill. The inverse square law says you lose 6 decibels of sound every time you double the distance between the microphone and the source. So if you think you do your sound check and you start at an inch, well, if you move in an inch or move back an inch, that's a big variance that your sound guy has to try and keep up with. And for the touring bands, the local bands, the amateur musician, they probably don't have a sound guy who's going to be in tune with every single minute of their performance, right? So they're just going to have a variance and their audience isn't going to understand their lyrics.
Terrific, man. And again, it just makes you think. It's like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of something like that? That's the perfect thing. But it's just, it just goes to show you. At NAMM, you come up with these products where people have an idea and it can make things happen. So it's a wonderful thing, man. One more thing I was thinking too. Rappers can use this thing just so they don't do this anymore. They would have some way of keeping their hands off of that, and they would just kind of know it.
Comedians, rappers, podcasters, anybody using a microphone. Conferences where, you're handing it to a speaker or something like that. Yep. Somebody actually brought this to my attention, too, that I hadn't even thought about. Blind performers. Giving that physical guide for them as well. So there's probably a myriad of other things that I haven't even thought of, but it's been such a great... I've never been to NAMM before. I've never put an invention out there. I was so nervous that somebody was going to come out and say oh, this is stupid, you're an idiot, or this doesn't make any sense, or that'll never work, or I was going to find some reason that it wasn't going to be a good idea, and I'm just so humbled that people have been actually interested.
All ideas are welcome, especially good ideas, so it's a wonderful thing. Where can more people find out some more information about the Mic Trainer?
Okay, mictrainer.com, nice and simple.
MIC Trainer.
Yes, thank you, MICTRAINER.com. It's right here on the product. You can go there. There's a newsletter sign up right on the main page. Really easy to find. These are prototypes. Currently, I got one small 10 unit run out of my manufacturer before the pandemic shut them down. So it's been 3 months. I haven't been able to produce them. But if you sign up for the mailing list, I'll make sure that you get in on the first run. Find us on Instagram or Facebook, Mike_Trainer on Instagram and Mike Trainer on Facebook. And yeah, that's about it. Or just call me. I'm Chad. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm on all the social medias as well. I love talking and networking with people. So
it's terrific. Well, again, enjoy NAMM 2022, and again, congratulations on a fabulous product, man.
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You got it. This is Junkman from VintageRock.com, NAMM 2022.